Big time love. Arizona's Caleb Love hits half court heave at the buzzer in overtime, win over number 3, the Iowa State Cyclones. Caleb Love trotted back his head down, shoulders slumped after the latest of his missed three-pointers clanged the back rim. This was not his night until it was. Known for taking and making big shots, Love hit one of the biggest of his career and Arizona's season with a tying heave from beyond half court at the end of regulation. He wasn't done, adding 2 more threes in overtime to send Arizona to an improbable 86-75 win over number 3 Iowa State. This was on Monday, and I almost forgot to present this, y'all. I had this in the tuck, right? And I'm laying down in bed, and I'm like, oh crap, I never presented that decode. So I still got it here for y'all. So this was an 11-point victory, 86-75 over Iowa State on Monday. Best moment of my life, said Love, who finished with 22 points. Obviously, it wasn't going our way throughout the game, but you've got to trust your work to stay confident. Love has never lacked moxie. The 6'4" senior made a name for himself for making big shots in 3 seasons at North Carolina. He led the Tar Heels to the 2022 national title game by scoring 30 points against UCLA. Okay. In the Sweet 16, then scored 22 of his 28 in the second half against Duke in the Final Four, right? So, wow, right? Led the Tar Heels to the 22 national title game. So 22, okay? And then he scored 30 points against UCLA in the Sweet 16. And he's known for these big three-pointers, so 30 like 3. But the 22 national title game, and then scored 22 of his 28 in the second half against Duke in the Final Four. All right, so pretty big player here. That's interesting with what I read there, and we can get into it a little bit here. And we're going to look at this big shot. Let's look at this big half-court shot here a little bit. Okay, let me pause that. And let's kick the playback speed down a little bit. And let's take a look at this heave from just before half court. Again, this tied it, sending it into overtime. And then they say he hit 2 more big threes. So they got 2.1 on the clock right here. Okay? Notice how it's 2.2 seconds right there as the ball's inbounded. And remember, they just said he had 22 of 28 points against UCLA or whatever. Remember how they stated that in the article? And there was like another 22 in there. We'll look at right here, 2.2 seconds left. Look, in the second, there's 2 halves, right? Or did they change it? Yeah, there's like 2 halves, I think. So look, 2.2 seconds in the second half, it looks like. Is that how they say it? Is it still 2 20-minute halves? But here comes the heave. Right here, he still had time to pass it down. But I guess he's just going to pull up and try the Steph Curry, right? And remember, U of A, Bryce James committed to U of A now, don't forget. So here's the heave. Bam. Is there magnets in the ball? I don't know, but he nails it. He nails the big shot right there, okay? You know it's not a coincidence, right? Caleb Love. When I hear Caleb Love, it makes me think of Kevin Love, who's still active in the NBA, I think. Wow. I think he's on the Heat. But anyways, Kevin Love, Caleb Love. Notice how Caleb Love, his birthday is in the same month as Kevin Love. Not a coincidence. And just 20 days after the Kevin Love birthday, but in the same month. Are you kidding me? And it kind of sounds the same. Kevin, Caleb, right? Everything's ran on this language, okay? Everything's ran on this language. They connect characters this way. And it probably goes down to our level as well. Do you understand? It's not just the world stage. All right. Whoever's running this whole show that we're living in, they want to keep track of us. They want to group us in categories. They want to stay in control. Do you understand? And it's not a coincidence that Arizona's Valentine birthday is right around the corner. Okay. And this guy's name is Love, like Valentine's Day. Do you understand? Notice how he wore the 2 right here for North Carolina, and you see he's wore the 2 for Arizona before. And the Valentine's Arizona birthday in February, the second month. Again, what are the chances? Well, it's a high chance, right? Because once you learn this code, I wasn't surprised at all right when I saw this. I'm like, oh, Arizona, love the Valentine's birthday right around the corner. I'm like, no coincidence, easy money. And look, he wears number 1 now. And of course, he scored 22 points in this game. How about that? Okay. He scored 22 points in this game. Notice how KJ Lewis, and look at this other guy, Carter Bryant, like Kobe, right? Look at how those two scored 14, and Arizona's birthday's upcoming next month on the 14th, Valentine's Day. But this guy scores 22 points. He's got 1 on the jersey 122 days after his birthday was this game. And basketball equals 22 as he scores 22, right? Wearing the number 1, scoring 22 again 122 days after his September 27th birthday. 122. And I mentioned Carter Bryant, makes me think of Kobe Bryant. And on 1/22 in history, January 22, Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in the NBA against the Toronto Raptors. Do you understand? And again, basketball equals 22. Remember in the article, they mentioned 22 a couple of times. Back over to the article. Okay, back over to the article. Look, Played for the Tar Heels in the 2022 national title game. Okay? By scoring 30 points against UCLA in the Sweet 16. Then scored 22 of his 28 in the second half against Duke in the Final Four. You see that right there? And remember, there was 2.2 seconds. Not only he scores 22 points in this game, right? Wearing number 1, 122 days after his birthday, basketball equals 22. It was in the second half with 2.2 on the clock. Look at that. 2, 2, 2. Notice how Arizona had 68 as this went down, and then the 3 tied it. Basketball equals 68, like 22. I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Right? You see that right there? And let me just show you this. What day did Kobe score 81 points? See? 122. Kobe drops 81 on the Raptors. His team scored 122. And you see how that connects. Dude's got a player on his team named Carter Bryant who scored 14. And that other dude scored 14. And the Valentine birthday for Arizona is on the 14th upcoming in the second month. And this dude wore 2 on the jersey at one point for Arizona. Come on, right? With the beyond half court heave.
Too far.
You know what I'm saying? Is there magnets in the ball? You know, I mean, right? Come on, man. Come on. Okay, so this is pretty amazing. Here's dude's Google page over here. Again, an 11-point victory by Arizona, and they're not playing. This was their last game. Notice how they're 14-6. TRUMP. Anybody drink Donald Duck orange juice? You know, at some point in your life, I'm sure, right? But TRUMP, his birthday is the 14th day of the 6th month. I got the window cracked. Feels pretty good. Notice how this guy on Iowa State, Deshaun, kind of sounds like Don. But anyways, Arizona 14th, 14-6. DONALD, his birthday the 14th day of the 6th month. Right? And look how this game was on 127, one day after the Kobe RIP anniversary. Okay? So none of this stuff is a coincidence, right? And we can go forward. Okay? So let's go forward. So we see how the 22 hits very big. Notice, I mean, you see that right there? 22 hits huge. Don't forget Bryce James committed to Arizona now. That's even a 123-day span from Caleb Love's birthday to the game, start to end. LeBron's birthday, 12/30, like 1, 2, 3, right? Cancel out the 0. Okay. And again, this was against the Iowa State Cyclones. And again, yeah, right there in the article, even 2.2 seconds to get up a final shot, scores 22 points, 122 days after his birthday. Wow, look at that. It says 14-6, and so is that 8-1 in the conference? Is that what that means right there? Is that amazing? Because Kobe had the 81 points on the 22nd day of the first month, and we just went over that. And Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. Wow. Okay, so Arizona appeared to be headed to another difficult defeat. Again, down 70 to 67 after Iowa State's Curtis Jones hit 2 free throws with 20 seconds left. More twos. Arizona's Henry Vassar hit 1 free throw to make it a 2-point game. Another 2. And Iowa State grabbed the rebound when he intentionally missed the second. Isn't this amazing? Caleb Love, his last birthday was the 271st day of the year. And this game was on the 27th day of the first month. 271 to sync up with the birthday yet again. How amazing. Even his birthday left 95 days in the year, and Arizona Wildcats equals 95 in the reverse reduction cipher. And he's born in 2001, and it looks like he wore the 1 on the jersey in this game. And, obviously 2001, so you get another 2 in there. Even born on the 27th, there's another 2 in there, right? Simply amazing, okay? Absolutely amazing. Notice how Caleb Love 166, if you reverse the alphabet and apply Z is 1, A is 26, Caleb Love equals 166. Forwards with the alphabet, ABC 1, 2, 3, half court shot is a match at 166. Half court equals 49 like Caleb Love. Again, Arizona's Caleb Love hits half court heave at the buzzer in OT win over number 3 Iowa State. And even look, number 3 Iowa State, number 3, remember when we go back to the article, a 3-pointer, right? Okay. Shoulders slumped after the latest of his missed 3-pointers clanged the back of the rim. And then he hits the long-range 3-pointer from beyond half court against number 3 Iowa State. And even back here, down on the bottom in the title game, 30 points against you right there. Against, I don't know, who did they play? He led the Tar Heels to the 22 national title game by scoring 30 points against UCLA in Sweet 16. I guess it doesn't matter who they played, but you see that 30 again that's like 3, right? So that's pretty cool. And wow, because we keep getting this 1661 that pops up like every breakdown we do, okay? But notice the 166. Let me just pull up this guy because they don't like me to talk about this guy. Look at this guy's birthday right here. Remember, we just hit with the 14-6 record for Arizona, and you see the 14-6 with this trending guy. Well, look what happens when we put that birthday over here, June 14th. Look at this. Here, we'll put his last birthday last year, 2024. Look at this, the 166th day of the year, leaving 200, and there's another 2. Even the 614 birthday, 6 plus 14 is 20, like 2. But focus on that 166th day of the year. Again, for this guy, you see, just like Caleb Love, 166, half court shot, 166. Even the 49s, Washington equals 49. Think about DC, right? Remember Kamala Harris, that character, the 49th vice president, and Kamala Harris equals 49? Okay. Wow, right? Simply amazing. Okay, look, I told you Caleb Love equals 166, half court shot 166. The 1 and the 6 again. Add up the total score of the game, 161. You get the 1 and the 6 one more time. It's just amazing. I mean, look at my last 8, 9, 10 videos. It's all 16 and 61. Remember Ohio State won the football national championship. Ohio equals 16 and 61. Okay. The guy I just showed you with the June 14th birthday, his middle name, John, equals 16 and 61. Right? And that building that they say got attacked synced up with that guy, remember? That anniversary just hit January 6th, 1/6, or you could say the 6th day of the first month, another 16 and 61, right? Conan O'Brien to host the Oscars/Academy Awards. He's age 61. The award show's on the 61st day of the year, March 2nd. Conan O'Brien equals 61. The Academy Awards equals 61. You know what I'm saying? Right? So you get 161 again with a trending story to go with the 166 right there. Okay? Nice. And 6 losses for the Wildcats, another 6 in there. Remember earlier we hit on basketball 68. Remember Arizona had 68 and they win with 86. They had 68 before the half court heave. Remember basketball 68, half court shot 68. Remember basketball equals 22 in the code? Caleb Love with 22 points in this game with all of those twos, 122 days after his birthday. Wow, they outscored Iowa State 15-4 in OT. Look at that. Even Cyclones, it's only 4 base ciphers, okay? 4 base ciphers, y'all. Cyclones equals 39 like Arizona. Okay? Right? So a nice, easy one for y'all. And it didn't seem like it was going to be that way with all of those 22s, right? It really didn't. Even Christopher is his middle name. Christopher equals 66. Arizona stays on 6 losses, right? We even had all of those 16s that I mentioned. You know what I'm saying? So you get another 6 in there. Half court shot, 166. What are the odds? Caleb Love with the half court shot and Caleb Love equals 166 like half court shot in the code. And notice the middle name Christopher right here, 147, one number past 146. Okay, and that's Arizona's record as we sit right now. Even Caleb equals 112 and 31 and 23 like Donald. How amazing. Look at how Arizona equals 105. Christopher, the middle name, 150. Both are like 15. You get 1 and 5 in both of them. Whew, wow. Simply amazing. Okay, let's just scroll back again. I mean, look at how amazing this is. Even Arizona's birthday, again, love, like Valentine's, right? On the 14th, and then 2 guys on the team score 14 points. They have 14 victories, which I forgot to connect to the 14th day of the second month, Valentine's Day, the Arizona birthday. That's amazing, right? Even 6 plus 8 is 14. And obviously, they finished with 86, the reflection. No matter how you add it up, you get 14. Okay. The Cyclones, 14 games above 500. Notice how they have 3 losses and they're ranked number 3. Okay. And they get the big 3-point shot from half court trending against them in this story. Right? Amazing. So I'm going to scan up and down the article. I mean, that stuff hits really big right there. Look, I mean, wow. Okay. Look at Arizona's birthday. It leaves 320 days in the year, the upcoming birthday. That's like 32, isn't it? 320 like 32. Iowa State equals 32. The opponent here. You see right there in the reduction cipher. Okay. So look at all of this stuff here that doesn't even get mentioned, right? And how it all hits. Even Christopher, the middle name, 60 like 6 with the 6 losses that they remain on right there. Did I mention the next opponent? Let's look at the next opponent again. If I can find where I was here, right here. First, while we're here, let's look at Iowa State. So, let me just look at some of the names real quick. Okay. Um, Keyshawn Gilbert, 17 points. Tamin Lipsy. That's interesting. Lipsy. Like you kiss somebody on the lips when you're in love. The guy we're breaking down, his name's Love, connected with Arizona and the Valentine birthday. Notice how that guy, Tamin Lipsy, wears number 3, and he's their leading scorer, and they're ranked number 3, and they got 3 losses. And the big half court 3-pointer, you know, sends the game into OT. Caleb Love hits 2 more big 3-pointers, and Iowa State outscored 15-4. That would have been amazing if they only had 3 points in OT, right? Anyways, Joshua Jefferson, 15 points, 10 points for Deshaun Jackson. That's a football player's name, but it's spelled differently, Deshaun. I don't know if he still plays, but they're probably connected. That guy's got number 1 like Caleb Love right there. And again, here's Arizona's little box score. KJ Lewis, 14, along with Carter Bryant, Toby Awaka, 17. And let's look at the next opponent real quick. So they don't play until uh look, their next game is against Arizona State right here at ASU on February 1st. You see that right there? Are they playing on the birthday of Arizona? Let's see. They are not. They are not. All right, so pretty amazing. Who's Iowa State playing next? Let's take a look. Iowa State Cyclones basketball. Let's see. Okay, so their next game is also on Saturday, February 1st. Oh, look. They just recently played Arizona State as well. But still, their last game was this Arizona game with the 11-point loss. Their next game against Kansas State on February 1st. Okay. Let's just scroll down the article real quick. That was a lot of 22s, man. Even Sweet 16, how it says it right there, there's another 1 and 6. How they mention right there 30 points against UCLA for this guy in the Sweet 16. Oh, okay. Duke in the Final Four. Who did they play in the national? Let's see. 2022 basketball national title game. Oh, it was Kansas Jayhawks. who defeated the Tar Heels. Look, by 3 points, you get another 3. And look, overcoming a 16-point first half deficit. It's like we already got that game decoded, right? And we're not even breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? You get the 3 again, and then you get the 16 again. And look over here, I forgot 68 teams in the tournament, right? I forgot about that in NCAA. Forgot about that 68 team tournament that they be having as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like, remember basketball 68? Arizona had 68 and then hit this big shot from half court, did Caleb Love. Pretty amazing, man. But let's go back to the article. And I think this is going to for sure be on Daily Decodes 81 too. I don't know if it's going to be on A to Z Decodes, but if it is, you know it is if you're over there watching this right now, don't you? But I don't know, because this just popped up trending. I don't want to have my Daily Decodes channel and just eliminate everything Arizona related, right? I like to seek out the Arizona stories for the A to Z Decodes channel. This just popped up trending on daily on our trending news. So this for sure is on Daily Decodes 81 too, right? I don't know if I want to put it on both channels, but wow. Love fit into Coach Tommy Lloyd's system seamlessly last season, earning Pac-12 Player of the Year honors while picking his moments to shoot. He opted to return for his senior season in the desert, but has been up and down through most of it, leading the team in scoring, but also struggling with his shot at times. Love didn't love the night he was having against the Cyclones, missing several open shots while going 1 for 10 from the arc. One thing about Love is that he will keep shooting. I think they said he had 2 big threes in the third in the OT, if I'm not mistaken. Unless it was just 2 big shots. I can't remember. But again, he scores 22 points overall. And notice how Joshua Jefferson on Iowa State. I remember Richard Jefferson who played for U of A. So you get another Jefferson connection there. And that's interesting because Richard Jefferson played with LeBron James, didn't he, in the NBA? And remember, Bryce James committed to U of A. Let's just verify that real quick. Richard Jefferson. Yeah, he was on the Cavs. Right? Okay, cool. So I feel like we're about done here. Okay, so I mean, pretty damn undeniable once again. I want to see if anything else just pops. I see some more threes in there. So I think we're good here, y'all. So I mean, what was the biggest thing of this breakdown? All of the 22s, Kevin Love, Caleb Love. Ooh, Kevin Love played with LeBron as well, and probably with Richard Jefferson also. So that's interesting. As those players got to be synced up with LeBron, right? And remember, Bronny, the other son for LeBron, was rumored to go to the Phoenix Suns. You know, one of his sons was rumored to go to the Phoenix Suns. So we get some LeBron connections here. And I mentioned there's a Kennedy Bryant, like Kobe Bryant, right? Teammate to Caleb Love. Okay, and we went over some of the 81-point game on 1/22 for Kobe. Remember, his RIP anniversary was 1 day before this game, but this game was 122 days after Caleb Love's birthday, and on 122, Kobe had the 81 points. And I think it said at U of A is 8-1 in the conference. So it's like, come on, love like Valentine's. Pretty damn amazing, okay? All right, y'all. So, I'm awake from a nap. I may get some coffee or something. I don't know. Been drinking a lot of coffee lately, but big time love. Arizona's Caleb Love, right before the Valentine's birthday for the state, hits half court heave at buzzer in OT win over number 3 Iowa State. I mean, there's always more, y'all. There's always more, but I'll go ahead and just leave it at that. I didn't look too much into the Iowa State team as there was a lot going on with Caleb Love here. But shout out to y'all. This for sure is Daily Decodes 81 too. And we have all the other channels. We do have A to Z decodes, which you may not see this there. I don't know. Active on 4 channels. We have Math Tucson 2, Puppets on Strings, special breakdowns over there. I1, I is for interesting, surface level decodes, no numbers on that channel, I level, surface level decodes. And of course, Daily Decodes 1, the original trending news breakdown channel. That one's retired. And the original Math Tucson channel retired with over 1K videos on that. My decision to retire those channels. And this channel may be retired soon. Again, you can expect a Daily Decodes 3 channel, especially if I get more videos with only like 18 views, which doesn't make sense because then we get some videos that reach like 1K, high hundreds, a few hundred, but then put out videos and you get like 10, 15 views. Doesn't make sense. Shout out to y'all. Again, this is Daily Decodes 81, part 2. Until next time, peace.